Tomorrow will be the day our Master Yu, she was a leading master in this temple, transmitter in this temple. She went back to heaven. How long ago? Is that your Kai? Your mom? 13 years ago. So August 13, 22, August 14, 2003.
Oh, 14 years. 14
Yeah.
years.
14 years. Okay. So the night was it's a blackout day, right?
Yeah.
Remember, everybody remember that day was blackout. Okay.
Oh,
So-
that was the
August the
blackout?
Yeah, there was a
14th.
blackout.
Yeah.
Remember that day? That was the day.
Blackout or
Yeah, okay.
6-hour blackout?
Okay.
New York.
We're gonna sing a song first.
About that.
Just this song. We're gonna go to YouTube. We're gonna sing a song. This is a song. She passed away, become sense of the purification, and then Holy Teacher did bring her back in this temple, and then wrote this song about her. So let's sing a song in English first, and then just to understand what Holy Teacher Saint Buddha talk about her, okay, on this song. Okay, we can sing in English. Yeah. So she came back 1 year later on the 2004. Okay, that's her. Transmitter. Yeah, Master E. Humble as the wind,
Honor just like a breeze, magnificent as the morning sun, fresh as morning dew, nourishing such a peace, lovely as lotus blooms. Divine music playing, welcome sense return, accompanied by divine beings. I told joyfully, comfort by God, return home, vows fulfilled.
we make a vow. Who fulfill our vow, we can become a saint.
Wow.
That's what she. Who is she? Okay. Left side. Right side is the mother. Is that Kai and Kai? Lecture Kai and Kai.
As the wind, just like a breeze, magnificent as the morning sun,
Keyboard.
fresh as morning dew, nourishing sweet peace, lovely as a lotus bloom. Divine music playing, welcome saints return, accompanied by divine beings. Go joyfully, comfort by God, return home, vows fulfilled.
The person who sit on the chair, he's our grand predecessor. Okay.
That's Todd.
Ah.
Fashionable time.
That's the last few words she wrote it before she went back to heaven. Okay. Thank you. I'll let you tell. Would you please bring out the PowerPoint first?
Cute.
Yeah. Yes, that's her. I know we are lucky to have her. She was a leader in this temple. Before Master Jin, her husband came over to take over become a leader here. But she was the person in charge of the New York Tao affairs. Okay. The other thing, Master Yu was responsible for the Tao Tongde Temple, which is about in the
New Jersey?
yeah near here. Pastor
Oh, Nagundo.
Neganda Avenue. Okay. Then later on we had a temple here. She came over to take over here, but she was a leader for the Heavy Buddha Temple in the beginning. But although she did not see the completion of this new temple, but she always into it, and her spirits always with us all the time. So, I know today is the day she really affect a lot of people. We're going to save a few minutes later for all of you to share with what you went through with her. So it is to share with your ideas and then also what you learned from her. And then I'm just quickly went through that. The one seat there is a grand predecessor with the right sit on the chair on the right hand side. Who is the one in the middle? On the standing? Huh?
Transmitter gene.
Transmitter gene, right? And then who is the one on the right hand side?
We don't know.
We call the senior, the other one is a younger transmitter gene. The transmitter gene on the right hand side, he's going to come back to here around end of year or beginning of next year. So the Saint Buddha asked him to come back here because today Master Rong is go to North Carolina. They are in, so she will go be in Ohio, Iowa. Senior transmitter gene, the young transmitter gene will come back here to help him to different propagate it out in different states. And we will be, Judy and I, we will be in south of the USA, like Texas, Oklahoma City, or the other area. So people were going out, okay? And then go to the next please. Those are the few words. Okay, at the moment, Lecture Tai, can you quickly talk about what happened? She wrote those words.
Well, this is like, well, she's in the hospital. She's in it's not an ICU, but anyways, this is like the last night. So this is like around 3 a.m. or something. So, I was there. And she wanted to write, well, she couldn't, she's intubated, so she can't speak. So she wanted to write something.
So, at that time, Master Jin went home, right?
Well, and he wasn't there that day. But he was at home. And so she wanted to write something. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell exactly what she wrote there. So
he said, quickly, Master Jin, because Master Jin went back to New Jersey, asked him to come back immediately because holy teachers are waiting to take our Master Yu, female Master Yu, back to heaven. Holy teacher is waiting. So ask Master Jin to come back immediately because holy teacher is waiting. Because when we cultivate a certain degree, hopefully one day we can be that level. Saint Buddha will come to take us home. She is a very good example. What she learned, she in her life to do the cultivation. At the end, she fulfilled her vow and become a saint. So Saint Buddha, this time is our holy teacher came to bring her home. Where's the home? Let's go to the next page, next slide. So let's read through it again. This is a very interesting song. Holy teacher wrote about her. Okay, let's read through it. Humble
As the willow nurtures like a breeze, magnificent as the morning sun, fresh as morning dew, nourishing sentient beings, lovely as the lotus blooms. Divine music playing, welcome saints return, accompanied by divine beings, title duly conferred by God, return home, vows fulfilled.
I wish all of us, every one of us, one day, we will have this kind of compliment from our saints and Buddhas.
Yay!
Yes. One thing I learned, okay, I've been cultivated. And people always say, oh, we are all Buddha reborn. But the problem is, we don't know we really can go back become a Buddha again. Until I saw her become a Buddha, become a saint, I said, God, we all have a chance. We all have a chance. She is like a normal one of us. But she cultivates, fulfill her vow, do her job, right? And she went back. I know it's all the other important things besides she's doing what she's doing. Also, their kids are in the temple to cultivate. There are 3 beautiful kids, right? Kai is Kai's mother. As Master Race, the 2 lecturers' mother, lectures Kai's mother, and Master Race mother. So the other thing besides we have to cultivate, kids also cultivation is also very important for this kind of fulfill of vow. But in her case, humble as a widow. She always very, very humble. And then I remember, man, sometimes we don't, when we are young, we are new member, I have no clue. Because at that time she was sick. And a few years before she went back to heaven, she spent time, she was a little, sometimes don't feel good. But we don't see that. She will not show that. But she have a class for 3 people. At that time, we want to learn something. So she had a class for master, transmitter law. She went to North Carolina today. And then also for Judy and me. She was sit there, talk about 4 books. 4 books, 4 books. So she tried to explain to us. So that's how I learn a little bit every day from her. Okay, but she's very warm, virtuous person. So stay with her. It's like a spring, like breeze, wind breeze, right? Very warm feeling from her. Because that's the person we want to be. When people come here, talk to us, deal with us, we want to let people feel we are warm person, very warm, right? That's important because Tao has to be in ourselves. People can see the person, feel the virtues on the person. Then the other things, few things I want to talk about. Divine music playing, welcome center. Can you imagine she went back to heaven, the music is playing, welcome her to go back, right? Can you imagine? Accompanied by the heavens beings, title fulfilled, right? Can you imagine return home because vow was fulfilled, her vow, because the reason that she had a vow, she was a master, and she does her job for those years. But I feel a little different when she left. It's kind of very, very sad. The reason because I remember old days. When anything happened in the temple, she always like a bond, the glue for whole temple. Okay? The bond and glue for the temple. That's not easy. Once she left, if you can feel it's different. Yeah, life is different. Okay? So I know we hope one day we can cultivate to the level Saint Buddha will take us home. Right? Because if Saint Buddha don't take us home, what happened? We have to go through 3. What happened? We have to go through what? 3 big. Okay, go ahead. 3 tests and 9 opening. There's all kind of opening. Each gate going to test us. We have to go through one by one. Okay?
Yeah. The 3 treasures. The 3 treasures, and then the proper etiquettes and regulations. Yeah. So first, there's the treasures, 3 treasures. So we have to remember them, and then the etiquettes, temple etiquettes, things that we are being taught from time to time, and what we are practicing during the offering, or beginning or end of class rituals, and then the 3rd one is tests on our merits, what we do externally, and also our virtue, what we do internally.
The other thing is like gentlemen. There's a gate for the gambling, gate for the 这些情观、色观、 Okay, we will talk about this more detail because there's a lot of gate there. We have to pass through each one of them. If we don't pass through, they pull us in. They will suck into that gate, the room, and then just keep cultivation before we get out of that gate and we can go to the next one. So, but when we cultivate, when we walk in to the heaven, we have another. Oh, what happened in the back? All right, in the back, right? People can say, wow, this person cultivates so well. They are happy to see us. They will not bother us. They will let us go. But when we don't cultivate, they will pull us into their gate, their opening, to continue to cultivate in that area. So in the future, we need to make sure good person, especially virtual, we need to continue to do that. Thank you. Yeah. So hope everybody going to be involved, fulfill, return to heaven, and have a title too. Okay. Everybody, and then also her mother, I think their grandma, also remember we saw the other person, the elderly lady, she is also a saint too. So it's beautiful things. When we cultivate, just keep doing what we're supposed to do, we will have a position there. And we can bring the person. We brought her back. Remember, she passed away on August 14, 2003. And she came back on 2004, July 2nd. 1 year later, we brought her back. So explain to us our spirits, the Buddha nature, the spirits without all those attachment, desire, sweet poison, temper, bad habit, all those stuff, which will not die, right? We can bring the person back, the spirits back. So that's a beautiful, once we start to understand that spirits will not die, we need to cultivate to make sure our spirits is as pure as possible, like saints of Buddhas. Okay, next slide, please. Those are the, okay, keep going down. This is just to share some ideas. Just quick ideas. Everybody know about this table? Where are we?
The physical world.
We are in this corner, right? Physical world corner, right? If we don't receive Tao, we do so many good things. Help so living beings. Where do we go?
Temporal heaven.
Where do we go?
In the middle.
Temporary heaven. We could become temporary saints in the temporary heaven. We saw a lot of temple outside. All those people worship all those saints and Buddha. They are the saints in temporary heaven only. They have about 300 years, 500 years later, they have to come down again. Reincarnation again. Reincarnate before temporary heaven, underworld, and living world. In 3 locations. Keep cycle. So we have been on these three area for 60,000 years. Can you imagine that? I could not imagine we are here for 60,000 years already. Okay? But usually normal people, when people pass away, where do they go first? Normal people. Who did not receive that? Who haven't received that? Where do they go? Underworld. Okay, then what happened? They will be judged by their what? Merits and what? Sins or big karma. Okay? See which one has more. If they have a lot of merits, they're doing very, very well, so many good things, health, even sacrifice their life for the living being, they go to temporary heaven. But if you just don't do normal things like a human being, I help myself, I help my family, I do good things, we might become a living being, a human being again. But we don't know where we're going to go to reincarnate in the next future life. We don't know. It depends. Okay? So we come back here again. But come back here, living world. Living world is not only human being. What other stuff we have in the human world? Animals. So we come back. That means it's going to be a living being. Going to be a human being. Right? Depending on what we have done. So go back down there and come back. Okay? So a lot of things we don't see it. Because we don't see what we have done in previous life. Just quick story though. There's lectures. He had a big accident. And holy teacher said, well, do you want me? The teacher said, ask the lecturer said, do you want to know what you have done previous life? person, because he had a bad accident, he almost died. He want to know what happened, why? Why me, right? Why him, right? Holy teacher said, Peter's life, he killed 3 people. So those three spirits died. 3 people died. The spirits went underworld. Was punished there for 300 years. 300 years. So people died. That means they come out immediately. No, they were there to pay their due, pay their what they owe. Then what happened? The spirits came out. 3 spirits came out later on, looking for him. These lectures, our lecture in the temple in Taiwan. What happened? These lectures was in temple for 8 years. Every week he's in the temple, worked so hard in the temple. So those spirits did not have a chance. The day this lecturer said he didn't like, he went, because his job has changed. He went down to south of Taiwan, and then different temple. But he didn't get along with other people. He didn't get along with the Tao members and other lecturers and master. He said he didn't want to go to the temple. He said he can cultivate at home. What happened? At the moment, those spirits, 3 spirits waiting for an opportunity, caught him on the street. So he got big accident. And those 3 spirits said, we wait for you for 308 years. Because 300 years, we were underworld to suffer. We came out 8 years, we chased you for 8 years. But you were in the temple, fulfill your vow, do your job. They didn't have a chance. Now, he said, I don't have to go. I don't need to do that. They are so happy to hear that. So they caught him. 308 years. They wait for 308 years. So they tell us, when people pass away, that means they come out immediately. One thing, beautiful things for all of us. Everybody received out, right? Where do we go? Where do we go? Permanent heaven. Wow. How many minutes? How many minutes on the ceremony? How many minutes on the ceremony? 30 minutes, 1 hour?
No, 10 minutes.
Yeah, and we can go to permanent heaven because of that. All days I didn't believe that, so I didn't want to come. I said, no way, Jose, right? No, you know what Buddha told us? What? Because we cultivate so many lifetimes before this life. That's why we can receive down. That's why we can receive down. What happened to the people in our house yesterday? We had 2 people, right? Christy, can you talk a little quickly in 30 seconds?
We had 2 construction workers come, and they're very young and very, very nice. And then one of them we didn't think was going to receive the Tao because he was a little bit more aggressive. But he was the first one who said, yes, I want to do it. And then the other one who smiles a lot and seemed very virtuous, but he refused to do it. So kind of showed us that we cannot predict somebody's karma whose time is right.
Thank you. We don't see that. We see outside, from outside. We are not sure, right? We think that way. No, because karma is behind that. Sometimes big karma is behind. We will not let the other person to receive that. Maybe the time is not right yet. We still need to be patient to wait until the other person to receive that in the future. But a lot of karmas chasing behind the person, behind all of us, we will not see that. Okay? So longevity sense, Buddha said that. Because we couldn't see, we have no yin-yang eyes, we couldn't see all the spirits. He said, if we could see, what happened? He said, a lot of spirits follow us every day, behind us every day. We will be scared to death. We don't even have energy and power to get up and walk at all. He said, because we couldn't see, it's not bad thing. If we could see, we'll be scared to death. Okay? Because they are follow us all the time. Okay? So keep doing what we are doing. Don't stop what we are doing. Don't stop. Once we stop, it's like lectures. Something happened to him quickly, unfortunately. And just quickly talk about what happened to the temple master in Ohio. Okay, Christine, can you talk quick?
She's like 70 years.
Irene.
70 years
Irene,
old.
we have a temple master, Irene,
Yeah, in Cleveland.
in Cleveland. Okay,
Just happened 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. He is the person he offered his house for us to set up a big temple there. So we use her temple, her house as a temple
For the
every
Dharma
year.
class.
For Dharma class, for regular class too. Okay, 5th and 15th of month. And what happened to her 2 weeks ago?
Her car flipped on the highway.
And on highway,
Big accident.
big accident. Car was pretty over, was hit by.
Upside down.
They go ahead in the electric.
You can see the picture.
Yeah,
You can see the picture.
Picture?
yeah,
You know picture.
yeah.
Okay. Show picture.
Send it to you.
Where's the picture?
So
The
the car
accident?
was hit. The
Yeah.
car was
the
on the
car
highway,
got
right? You drive
squished.
it, and then somebody hit you.
And
Then your
guess
car
what?
flew over. Were you
She-
scared
she-
then?
She had her
two other
seatbelt on.
cars.
Thank God. But
When car was hit, right? When
she
car
just-
flew over on the highway,
she was by
somebody,
herself. Right?
somebody hit her. Then the other car
Clipped her. I
hit,
think clipped
hit
her.
over,
and
right?
she
Then
flipped
her car.
upside down. But
What happened?
She just got out. No injury. I mean, she just felt bruised with the seatbelt. Or the airbag. The airbag went off.
So little
Everybody
thing.
now.
Tell us.
But no broken bones, no concussion.
Yeah, just
No
send-
sprained
let your
ankle.
time.
She talked to me
She went to the
a
hospital.
few days ago, and I asked her, it must be very scared when you go upside down. And she said, no, I did not realize this. I'm kind of
Yeah,
flipped
kind
over.
of.
She did not feel it, right? And then she said, I said, who released your seatbelt? Because when you are upside down, this gravity is hard to release, right? Is that correct? And she said, don't know, just release it. And
Yeah.
she said, I said, how do you get out there? She said, there's a hole. She just come out from the hole. And then a few days later, she went back to the car. She took the picture. Chrissy said, don't forget to take the picture. She took the picture. The picture was all metal tubes like come out. You cannot see the front part. And she said she went there and checked the hole. There's no hole. She didn't. She said must be the send her back. No, help her. And there's an arm there. I said, who's standing there? When you took the picture. She said, no, nobody there. But when you see the picture, there's an arm there. And when I expand it, and it's transparent.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, you will see a picture.
Hi-
I think
get it?
Edison and Jill has awesome, right, experience time before, right? In the life, Saint Buddha are always next to us. Once we receive Tao, we start cultivating, we can feel it. The more sincere we are, the more we can feel that Saint Buddha are so kind to help us. So I think we are so happy that we have this. I just want to share a little bit quickly because that's why the sense of the purification said she fulfilled her vow, right? Fulfill her vow, then went back to heaven, attended her titles. But we need to fulfill our vow. We don't fulfill our vow. What happened? Not going to help us, right? So we need to keep coming to the temple, okay? Don't hesitate because sometimes we don't see. Yeah, thank you. Yes, her car was hit. You see every car clean out now because she was hit from the back and then her car hit somebody else. And
It's
then
in
flew over.
junkyard now. She
So,
cannot drive.
In the front seat, see driver in the front, she got out and then without any injury. Right?
See the front part, you cannot see the
Yeah,
it's all mesh.
On the
The wheel
yeah,
got
yeah.
knocked out.
Somebody got hit from the corner. Yeah. Hit from
Well,
the
I
back.
just hit from the front. Is that the front?
Yeah,
that's
the
the
front.
Yeah. So I don't know how they happen.
Front
We have
corner.
no-
I don't know.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
two
somehow.
car hit her.
Yeah, but how can the car flip? So that's interesting.
But你那个 window 好像
Yeah, see,
那
you
个二
see the hood, I mean not the hood, the upside down, the lower part, yeah, the front passenger, it got squished. It
Yeah.
got squished.
Yeah.
So she crawled out, man.
Yeah, yeah.
car
So-
from the
No,
bottom
that's
of
the
the car.
driver's side.
Yeah, that is the driver's side. So
Yeah.
it got
driver's side.
squished.
Right? So I just want to share everybody I'm talking
See,
about
you never know. We never
fulfill
know.
our vow, right?
Yeah, we
That's
never
sweet
know.
treasury.
See,
Even
life is
she didn't have time to talk about repeat the sweet treasury, right? But at that time, Saint Buddha will help. As long as we have
So remember
merits,
your three
right?
treasure.
We need merits, right? For Saint Buddha to help us.
Remember your
Keep
three
coming, keep doing what we are doing. Don't stop doing, okay?
You see the discard over there, the right side?
Yeah, that
I was thinking
light,
about,
that-
hey, that's the film, it used
Yeah.
to be you expose the
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
the too
underexposed,
much-
overexposed.
Yeah, but I said this is no.
Cell phone.
how did you?
Camera.
Okay, go to the PowerPoint.
That's Buddha light.
Yeah, I just want to share with everybody the just fulfill our keep doing what we are doing, because a lot of things unbelievable will happen. Because
Yeah.
Saint
Don't,
Buddha.
don't give up.
Don't-
Just like that story of that temple master.
Yeah. So we talk about. You see, two people you can see different, but Temple Master he was lucky because Holy Teacher still tell him what happened, his previous life. Then try to save her, but not everybody will be that lucky. Okay, not everybody. So keep doing what we are doing, or we will be fine. But we need to continue to come to the temple. We need to fulfill our vow and keep doing what we are doing. Then one day, we will be there. We will have a position in the heaven too. Okay, keep going next. Yeah. Okay, keep going down. I think okay, come back to the other when 20 I start to know the master and the transmitter master Yu, the sense of purification. I think I knew her about 1994 because I received that. Okay, but after I received that, I didn't want to come to the temple because I said it before. With 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour ceremony, I say everybody tell me you're gonna go back to heaven. I say you guys are nuts, okay, crazy, okay. So I didn't want to come. I said no way. These people are thinking to no, but that one day, because once I started getting more and more with the doubts, understand what's going on, okay. Judy used to put all those books on the table, dinner table, and they left. So I was curious, take all this book from the Saint Buddha and start to read it. Okay, what happened? So wow, who wrote this kind of stuff, right? And it's beautiful song, beautiful scriptures. Then one day I remember the first time I attended Dharma class, and then I was thinking about all those scriptures. Maybe they remember in their mind, just write down on the board. That's what I thought in the beginning. So after the Saint Buddha, remember Saint channeled in and then left, right? Later on, I went to check on the Chinese background of the three talents. Try to see what background they have, okay? But during the Dharma class, you know what happened to the teacher? And the first day, I think the Immortal Li came over and then write down the scripture there. But he didn't finish all the scripture. Leave one sentence there. Ask everybody to fill out the sentence. Okay? So I fill out the sentence too at the end. The scripture coming down, the other paragraph, the other sentence for you to fill out. So waiting for Holy Teacher came in the second day. So when I write down my sentence, teacher changed. Because at the end, what happened? Each last word has what? Rhyme. Right? But the one I had did not have it. But Holy Teacher took 2-3 words from my sentence, put on the 7 sentence sentence. Okay? So interesting. 后写是真道世间流，老师 change a little bit. Holy Teacher change a little bit. 真道满言盈. Okay, 老师 take 2 words and then change the last 3 words. So that's because I didn't know it could be rhyme. Okay, at that time. So human being, but because I thought maybe they remember all the words, just write down on the board. That's what I saw in the beginning. Okay, but Holy Teacher tests you. You know you are thinking something, right? Okay, you come out to write yourself. You come out to write a sentence. You see what happened? So you start to understand more and more those scriptures. Human being cannot write. Okay. Then Holy Teacher, the sense of purification, which is Master Yu. What happened? She came down on we had the reunion with her, right? What's the first thing she did? Because every transmitter, what do they have on transmitter?
A journal, right?
Yeah.
A
Okay.
record.
Li Bu. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a governor.
No.
Governor, what does governor have? Of each state has.
It's like a
Certification.
yeah, it's like a
of,
certificate.
Certification is a book. It's a book of certification.
Yeah.
As a transmitter, we will receive a book. Like I have a book.
Yeah, every transmitter gets
I
one.
get one book. This is from the. Okay, this is the mandate you receive.
Yeah, it says the mandate.
Yeah.
It basically gives you like the authority,
Yeah, the mandate.
the mandate, heaven's mandate. It validates.
And what happened to that book? I remember when Master Yu passed away. Everybody searched for whole temple. include every room, every book. We couldn't find out that book of the master, right? Her certification. We couldn't find it. We couldn't find it. First thing she said, go to the next page.
Why is so important?
Oh, just quickly. Just try to tell us, because human beings, we could not see all the stuff. In heaven, they see everything. Okay? Even what we are doing, they knew it. They knew we looking for that book. Because every transmitter passed away, they have to return the certification, the book of certification of master. They have to return back to the headquarters. Okay? So we couldn't find that book, but she came down, the first thing she tell us to do that. Okay? But when she come down, okay, on the right hand side, okay, what's the title? Okay? Because everything important for all of us is we have to purify, in the first sentence, on the right hand side, we have to purify our mind and our heart and our body too, behavior. Okay? It's not easy. She said it's not easy. In the meantime, every day we need to maintain our Buddha nature to do all the things. Use our true heart, the Buddha nature, to do all little things every day. Okay? And then once we, on the third line, once we make a decision, the vow there, we determine to do it, don't change it, don't deviate from it. Keep doing what we are doing. At the end, sense Buddha, it will become the sense of Buddha, it will go back to the absolute heaven. Okay? That's what she's talking about. And the first 4 cents, because that's beautiful on the scripture. When sense coming down, write a word, right? What happened? The first four words of each sentence, 净化大仙, that's her title. That's her title in the heaven. Okay? Right? Write down all this stuff and the first word. Right? So it's beautiful things. The most impressions about her, I always remember, it's not easy to get emotion. We always can get upset, angry, all the stuff, right? But she always very calm. She is very calm. And then deal with all the things. At that time, before we have this temple, we got so many things going on. Because we don't know what to do. We have different temple land, the land for the temple in New Jersey. We have an issue here. So all kind of stuff. But she always, the bond, the person, can come back, can bring everybody together to resolve all the issues. So she had that's why the lecture Jean was talking about. I think a lot of people talk about. Jean didn't come today. I think she's sick. But she always said, once she talk about her, everybody talk about her, we cry. She's that touching person. She is that kind of touching person. Feels so warm and always care all of us, each one of us like your children, like her children. So we can feel her warmness. That's not easy. Even she passed away, how many years? 14 years already. Become a saint. We still miss her. We still miss her. Okay? I know some for you may not, but for us, it's kind of, man, we wish she's still here. But she's with us all the time. Okay? Sometimes Dharma class or other classes, she will be back here. We couldn't see her. Even we talk about her today, she could be next to us. We don't even see that. Her spirit, her energy is always with us all the time. All the time. Okay? But just go to the next page. I'm just quickly go through that. Okay. In the life, okay, I was touching when she talked about the Master Jin. Because as husband and wife, in the life, whole life, you're going to have some kind of a difference, right? Certain things, right? First thing she said she's younger than our Master Jin. So she asked for forgiveness if something was not done improperly. So she was very humble, in the case. Human being not easy. Even she already become a saint already. But she willing to say sorry if some areas she didn't do properly or to her husband. So in the life, she is always very humble. That's why Buddha said humble, right? She's a very humble person. Okay? And the other thing, go to the next page. And then she started to call her 3 sons, each one of them, right? At that time, I remember our lecture Thai. What happened to Thai when we built a temple? A special big accident. What happened? Anybody remember that? He fell. Huh? He fell from the top of the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
To the floor, right? And then, and he hurt his shoulder, right? Shoulder. So when his mother came down, he said they knew everything, even heaven knew everything. Okay? Oh no, you worked so hard, and then even you got hurt, so busy at that time because we tried to build this temple. We are building this temple. Try to build a temple. Little thing people help financially and also constructionally. Everybody chip in to do what they part. So even he got hurt. A lot of people even got hurt too on the period. Even so worked so hard to build this temple. Okay, at that moment. So, but he said, whatever we pay, whatever we do, heaven always see it. Heaven will cover, will make up for all of us. So in the daily life, they tell us every daily life, whatever we do, even she is not here, whatever, she knew everything. Even she knew he felt, she knew all the people contribute to the temples. So in the daily life, the same thing. Whatever we think, whatever we do, every day, what happens? Heavens always know what's going on. So we have to be very careful each thought we have every day. Each thought. Not just what we do, it's mindset, what we think. So always think about pure, good, positive thinking, help the living being. Don't think about selfish, individual things. Okay? So that is important every day. Okay? Yeah. He said he also go to the next page. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that personal stuff. But he said cultivate the heaven style. You need to start from humans. Page 10. From the human style, right? We start from family. Human style. Where do we start it? Filial piety. Filial piety is the most important thing every day. Buddha has been talking about every day. If we do everything well, we didn't do the filial piety. We didn't take care of the parents, respect the parents, help them. What happened? What happened if we didn't do that? Right? We will not become a sense of Buddha. That's the number one requirement for people. Those people become sense of Buddha. They need to do filial piety. Important. That's one of the most important things. And the other thing is they ask their three brothers to help each other, the brotherhood, help each other, and then also take care of their body. Because we have a body, we can cultivate the Tao. Okay? We have 5 minutes. Anybody, Judy, want to share with what before you go? Okay. Anybody else?
She left.
I don't want to come back. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. We're going to talk about anybody. We have 5 minutes. Anybody want to share with experience with?
Contribute lecture Kai.
Yeah, Kai. Hey, how about your mom? Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. Right? Lecture.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I noticed in the end, see, before we can actually return to heaven or attain a lotus position in heaven, we have to let go of everything. We have to completely let go. And so, I noticed that in the last, at the very end, I realized that, she's let go of everything, whatever it is, the physical stuff, of course, the material things, she was already, in the hospital, so that wasn't an issue. But any kind of emotional things or any mental attachments, all those things, you have to let go of all those. And so she was free. I mean, at the end, you can see that she was just totally free. So she was free to go. But that's something important that we have to remember, that no matter what, we have to let go of everything, every single thing. If we still have an attachment, we're probably going to have to come back. We're going to have to come back. So we have to make sure that we cultivate ourselves, make sure we learn to let go of everything. Yeah.
That's a good point. Thank you. Yeah. Then that's your kind one.
Yeah, I agree. We have to really cultivate. We have to continue to our last breath. But we have to ultimately we have to let go. I mean, but we can start by being very filial, and and learn. We have to learn because we are that will help us to to cultivate to make cultivation more clearer and easier to understand, more understanding, and so that you know where you're going to end up, and that's very important. And so we have to really seize the moment, right? You can't wait to cultivate. You have to continue, keep going.
Okay. I think that I want to say something what she did. She is always respected the teachers, okay? And then regarding to the always emphasize on the Tao, okay? And she's temple regulation. She's very restricted. She will not. Yeah. And then the other things she can manage herself, and then also the priority. She's doing very well on all those regulations, and then the temple regulations. In the meantime, she's very piety to her parents, and she also went to New Zealand, right, to propagate the Tao in the other country in Asia. Okay. In the meantime, she upleft her grandma.
No.
His mother.
No, not grandma. Grandfather. Right?
Grandma. Yeah, okay, in the book. Okay. Grandma, and she also print out a lot of books. She also do a lot of printing on the book to help the different temples go different areas. So a lot of marriage she did it, publication and also printing the book. Okay, so we need to keep doing what she's doing, the same thing she's doing, and then do our share, do our part, and we'll be like her one day. Hopefully, all of us can fulfill our vow, go back to the absolute heaven, and our God will give us a good position there. Thank you, everybody.